Welcome back to the Tapes Archive podcast, where we release interviews that have never been heard before. Please listen to episode 000, an introduction for the full backstory about this podcast series. On this episode, we have the queen of the barbed one-liners, Joan Rivers. At the time of this interview in 1990, Ms. Rivers was 57 years old, hosting her own daytime TV show, and out on tour with her latest stand-up act. In the interview, Joan shares her feelings on Johnny Carson, David Letterman, the TV biz, and how she's, and I quote, not any stupider than Oprah Winfrey. Not only was Joan Rivers an iconic trailblazer for women in comedy, but for comedy as a whole. By calling them as she saw them, she pushed the boundaries of what could and couldn't be said as much as Carlin or Pryor. As always, we have music critic Mark Allen at the helm conducting the interview. Before we get to the interview, we have a couple of housekeeping items. If you would like to support the show, please go over to the website at thetapesarchive.com and click on the support button. On there, you'll find many ways to show your support for the show, and all of them are free. While on the website, check out Mark's blog for more context of this interview and for some personal insight from Mark himself. The music that is playing is by the Budos Band. Please head over to wherever you get music and check them out. I can tell you from personal experience, this band will blow you away. While listening to the podcast, if you have any questions about the interview, please send them to thetapesarchive@gmail.com. We are going to do another podcast in the future featuring and answering your questions. One last thing, the Tapes Archive podcast is a proud member of the Osiris Podcast Network, a global community connecting passionate fans with podcasts and experiences about artists and topics you love. Thanks for tuning in, and now it's time to open the vault.
Understand.
Oh, that's all right. I figure you got more to do than I do.
No,
so
you got very rushed today.
Yeah. Well, good. Okay, you have a few minutes for me now, so that's fine. The one thing that I have never seen written about that you have done that I thought was extraordinary was the day of the Challenger disaster, and when you were hosting the Tonight Show and got out there, and I think you handled that as amazing, so amazingly well.
Thank you.
How did what was the thoughts? What was going on that day?
The thoughts were that I am not going to do a monologue when the whole country is in utter bereavement. And there was a major fight in the dressing room about it. And the producers said, no, this is the Carson formula, this is the Carson format, and this is what we do. And you do what we tell you to do. And my husband said, then you just don't do the show, then you walk.
Mm-hmm.
And it got really that sticky. And finally I said, all right, you don't have to do it. And so I just came out and said what we all were feeling. Mm-hmm. And then we did the show. And an interview show is fine, but jokes are not fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody was just numb that day.
Oh,
and
beyond.
And, that was just a great way to handle it. What kind of reaction did you get from it?
Only positive mail.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was positive. So NBC never mentioned it again. It wasn't NBC, it was the producers. It was the Tonight Show. It was never brought up again.
Yeah. They pretty much denied you any success you had.
Totally.
Yeah.
They never told you when you were right. I mean, it was always a thing of a non-comment. So when I was right on that, there were non-comments,
mm-hmm.
which let you know you were right. But that's so far behind, so far in the past, who cares?
That's true, but, I was looking at a lot of clips, and I have never seen that mentioned anywhere. And I think
that part's wonderful. I mean, just sitting there and producer bashing, it's stupid at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
So thank you for remembering. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, it really made a strong impact because usually the monologue. I mean, even if the jokes are funny, they're forgotten in a while. But you don't forget that day, and you don't forget something like that, especially when you're looking for a laugh or something to get yourself going. Anyway, on to other things. Kind of an open-ended question here. What gives you the strength to be Joan Rivers?
Who knows? I just have a lot of energy. It's the only thing that makes me different from anybody else. I think I have more energy than any one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just pure energy that gets me through the day.
Yeah. And I'm thinking also the strength to have endured some of the things that you've had.
Everybody's endured. Everybody's endured. How old are you?
31.
You've gone through something already.
Yeah, but it didn't happen in public.
No, that's different. That's the flip side of the coin with all of us. That's the bad part of celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
But then the good part of celebrity is to get almost 100,000 condolence notes. from strangers. I mean, so you went through the horror in public, but you also got the comfort of the public.
Mm-hmm.
See, I really think everything has got a yin and a yang.
True, but I don't know. If I went through, some tragedies, I would want to go through them, without
Privately.
people knowing. Yeah, absolutely. And,
well, we don't have the, and you do. I mean, you really find me more and totally alone.
Mm-hmm.
And in the privacy of your bedroom. That's the privacy of your house.
Yeah. Okay. Along those lines, what do you think gave you the nerve to say some of the things that you've said about people or whatever?
Truth. I only thing is I say what I truly think. And that's it. I've never said anything I didn't truly believe.
Does that make you? I think that makes you different from most of the other people in show business.
Well, it just makes me like me or don't like me. And boy, a lot of people don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
But thank God, knock on wood, a lot of people do. So you can't change. And I think one of the reasons they do like me, those that like me, is because I really never bullshit them. Mm-hmm. I always say exactly what I truly think and believe.
Yeah.
Including when Elizabeth Taylor was fat, she was fat.
Yes.
She was a house.
Right.
I mean, she needed, her gym, her slacks said pass and don't pass on the back. She was a hefty lady at that point.
But you later went back did you apologize for those things? Am I remembering that correctly?
Not apologize. I called to see whether or not it would hurt her.
Uh-huh.
And she told our mutual friend it wasn't hurting her, which was great.
Uh-huh.
And then when she went into, and then we found out what the whole problem was, that it wasn't just a lady eating and being, fat, that it was a whole drug thing and a whole booze thing. Then, of course, I stopped immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're not dealing with someone that's just funny. You're dealing with someone that's ill, and that's a whole other thing.
Is the mutual friend somebody that's known?
Ronnie McDowell.
Oh, okay. So he basically, you asked him to ask her?
Exactly.
I see. Oh, all right. How about the new show? Is this have you mellowed, do you think?
Oh, no. I just came from a meeting now. No, not mellowed at all. No, just as sassy as ever, I hope.
Okay.
But it's doing very well, and we're all very happy with it. They just sent us a huge cake, our distributor.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got very good numbers last week.
How many stations are picking up the show now?
144.
Oh, so that's pretty good for you, because you've been on since not even a year yet.
No, we're on 7 months.
7 months.
And daytime takes forever.
And I know that here, at least, I think you've been moved on one of the stations from 1 hour to another.
And which is usually very difficult because people are used to seeing you at a certain time.
Yeah.
And suddenly, I wish you would put where they moved us to then.
I will, but it's interesting because if I'm remembering this correctly, I think you moved into the spot that they canceled Regis and Kathy Lee, and I'm sure that the people who watch that are probably not the same people who are watching you.
Well, you'd be surprised. I think my people, maybe they just watched them because they didn't have a chance to watch us.
Yeah. Well, that's possible, too.
Let's hope.
Yeah. The one time that I have been able to catch the show, because I'm not home during the day, but was the Howard Stern, Angela Bowie
that
thing.
Was so much fun. That was terrific television.
Yeah. And that was one of the reasons that I asked if you were mellow, because I thought that the Joan Rivers that I would see on The Tonight Show would have badgered Angela Bowie a little bit, and I didn't think you did that at all. In fact, it took Howard to badger her. Yeah. Is that a mistaken impression on my part?
No, it was just she had come on so sweet and so good that I was really taken in by that nonsense.
Uh-huh.
And I was so glad to have, and we were also having fun too. It's like bringing a friend on,
right? And
gossiping and dishing. It was his idea to say, bring her back.
Mm-hmm.
I was so glad we did.
Were you surprised when he got her to say what she said?
No, because it was all in the notes she was going to say that.
Uh-huh.
I was fuming inside because she had played suddenly so coy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but wouldn't the Joan Rivers that I've come to know would have hammered her for that?
Up to a point. You're still dealing. You can't be too hard on the guest because, in a sense, your viewer is your guest psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're identifying with the guest. And if you slam everybody hard, the viewer won't come back.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a very thin line to walk.
Yeah. Is it different on nighttime than daytime?
Well, night has much more entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Daytime has much more content. So I enjoy daytime more because you really can do both.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. We have an article in coming up in our Sunday TV section, I think, written by somebody from the LA Times, and he was talking about that the daytime talk shows have become court. Basically, that you're hearing one side of an issue and pronouncing sentence, and actually used you as an example. And if you bear with me for a second, I'll pull it out and tell you exactly what he said. I'll read you a little bit of it. He starts out by saying, it's Howard Rosenberg of the LA Times.
He doesn't like me to begin with.
Oh, okay. Well, he starts the quote with a quote quoting you, saying, "This is crazy. Why aren't these people in jail?" Then it says, Joan Rivers is incredulous. She is outraged, and no wonder. She has just heard 3 divorced parents charge on her syndicated talk show that their young children have been sexually abused while in court-ordered custody of the other parent. Each has told Rivers a similar story of a separate, cold, indifferent judge who had ignored or rejected the evidence presented by the good parent and perpetuated a child stay with the bad parent. In effect, America is told this was court-mandated sexual abuse. Rivers is beside herself, her face twisted into an expression of intense suffering. She demands to know what's going on here. And then he said, court is what's going on here. Talk show court, the TV phenomenon of the 80s. And then it says, lose in real court, take your case to a more sympathetic talk show court. Do you think that he's got a point?
Up to a point. I think you sit with people for 20 minutes and you know if they're telling you the truth or not.
Uh-huh.
And I know exactly which case he was talking about. And each lady, it was circumstantial evidence or lawyer's trick or something, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or if we didn't file on time, that cause would happen to happen. No, I don't do that unless I really believe what I'm talking about.
Okay. Should there be another side of the story presented?
If there can be or should be. And we're always asking for that. We're having that, as a matter of fact. We had some people that hated their stepfather last week.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming on with the stepfather as a rebuttal.
Okay. So
I think, again, he's a man and I'm a woman. And when I sit with the mothers, I'm telling you we're right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about courts that are run by men, judges that are men, and things that will not be faced, that judges that would not allow the word sexual abuse to come into the courtroom. So he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how dare he judge us?
Yeah. Okay. Do you feel like you have to be more of a journalist when you're working in the daytime?
Oh, sure, and that's much more fun. Put your brain back to work.
Do you feel? I imagine you feel qualified.
Well, I don't know if I'm qualified as a journalist, but I was an English major, as a philosophy minor. I got out of Barnard, and I'm inquisitive,
mm-hmm.
and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm not any stupider than Oprah. I'm not any stupider than Sally Jesse. I'm not any stupider than Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
Okay? So I think I am qualified perhaps as a major journalist, but I sure think I'm intelligent, and I listen, and I try to ask questions that are intelligent.
Yeah. If people knew you privately, do you think that...
They say I'm stupid.
No, they're not.
Stupid.
Not that you were stupid, but I just have an impression that at least 50% of it is a put-on. That you're a little more relaxed at home.
Oh, you're very different with your friends, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why they're your friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. But but they're your friends, even if sometimes you act like a jerk. Hopefully they're still your friends.
They're your friends. They're your friends if you don't want to be funny, and they're your friends if you're depressed. I mean, of course.
Yeah. Another thing I found in clips while doing a little research.
You did a lot of research.
No, more than usual, but not that much. But anyway, we had in our library a 1968 TV Guide article about you, and one of the things that it was describing was your brand of comedy, and it talked about how you made yourself the victim of all your jokes, and that seems to have changed over the years. How is that for an impression? Is that
not
accurate?
Really. When you see my act, a lot of it still is I'm not attractive, which is true, and I can't. A lot of it. I am still the victim. But in the beginning, when I first started out, I was called a female Woody Allen. Mm-hmm. They wanted to give me a label, and that was a very easy label for them to give. And it was a lot of stuff. I can't get married. I can't find a husband, which is all true at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but hey, that's not a bad label, you know.
No.
And
it was a great label.
Yeah, really.
They just didn't know what to call me. So she's a female Woody Allen.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to be compared, you might as well be compared to the best, right? Yeah. Let me see what else. And there, interestingly, another thing that I came upon, and I think this is probably the last thing I came upon that I wanted to ask you about, was there was an article where David Letterman was quoted just after you left The Tonight Show saying that he thinks show business may be the one area where burning bridges doesn't mean anything.
Oh, I think he's absolutely right.
You think he's right?
Yeah. I think if they want you, they'll come right back for you. Nobody has any morals. Nobody, when they say, when the joke is, I'll never work for you again, ... unless I have to. And we all know that.
Do you think that, would The Tonight Show ever come back to you?
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened in our business. You know that. And, that's what makes our business, in a way, wonderful. Because it's absolutely serendipitous, if there's such a word. You just don't know. Who's on the phone? You're kidding. How much? Okay.
Has that happened to you before?
In different ways. Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you give me an example?
I'm just trying to think. But,
okay.
there have been hotels that... I worked the Harris Hotels for a long time. Mm-hmm. And absolutely didn't want me to headline, I went somewhere else to headline very bitterly. And 2 years later, they called me up with an incredible deal to come back and headline. I mean, that goes on all the time.
So if you can make them money or do some good for them, they'll be happy to have you back.
Of course.
Yeah. And I the last thing that I read about the Tonight Show flap was your side of it. The family, was it? No, it's not called Family Weekly. Was it USA? No, was it USA Weekend or something like that? Yeah, it's sort of a USA Today format parade magazine that's in some newspapers, and basically it said that you had actually tried to contact Carson beforehand. Is it?
Oh, of course.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. And why do you think that part of the story never got out?
NBC went to work to destroy me, and rightfully so. It's all money. I was going to direct competition with them. Now, you're going to direct competition with them. What do you think they're going to say? This is a wonderful girl. Good luck.
Well,
it's a business. There's millions of dollars. Each rating point is millions of dollars.
So
you know that.
Yeah, but it's hard to believe that it's that cut through.
They don't want you to move in and take 6 rating points away.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's just hard to fathom that it's that cutthroat,
Oh, I'll do a show when I was on the Tonight Show, and someone would come on to plug a movie, and if it wasn't on NBC, you could never see what network it was on.
Right.
And
that's still true, although, they seem to make jokes about it, but sure. Okay.
It's money. Nobody is there for entertainment except the poor, stupid entertainers like me.
Uh-huh.
They're all there because it's a business.
Yeah. What do you think of Johnny Carson?
I don't.
Yeah. Not at all, huh?
Not at all. I'm in such a different life now. I'm sitting here at a hit show,
Mm-hmm.
My life is turned around. My daughter is fine. I live in New York City. I don't think about it. I absolutely don't think about it.
Did you think at all about just walking away from it after a while? I mean, after with your husband and with the Tonight Show nonsense and everything, and just saying, screw it. I got enough money. I can live without this.
Well, I didn't have enough money.
Oh, okay.
Fox never paid me what they promised.
Uh-huh.
And I think there was a big reason why I went back. But no, I knew I'd go crazy. Sitting alone in Connecticut was not where I wanted to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did anybody advise you that way, or did everybody say, "Geez, get back"?
I had no advisors. I had nobody.
Yeah. What about your daughter?
My daughter was a child recovering from her father's suicide.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to. I didn't want to give her my problems. My God, she didn't have her own problems.
Mm-hmm. Back to your show, how would you differentiate, if you were going to say what makes your show different from the other daytime shows, aside from you, obviously, is there something different?
We're not one topic. We're much more fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you get everything. You get the seriousness of Oprah, and you get the sincerity of Phil, and you get the, not inquisitive, but the probing of Sally Jesse, and you get the fun of me, and the fun of Regis. You get it all mixed into us. And we have 4 or 5 subjects a day. It's okay if you don't want to hear about childbirth. Relax. We're going to bring Kirk Douglas out in a second.
Uh-huh. Okay. And this may, I don't know how this is going to sound, but it's not meant to sound, well, I'll just say it. It seems to me that over the course of time, or your public life, that you've gone through more, as many new Joan Rivers as there were new Nixons, you know?
Hysterical.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, is that something that can you look at that? I mean, do you look back?
I never even thought about it, because it's just somebody get a handle for a story.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Does that make, I never change. I grow. Of course I change. When I perform, if you see me on a stage live now, I'm sure I'm different than what you saw 5 years ago. I hope in 5 years I'll be different again. You constantly evolve. You look at a painter's work,
mm-hmm.
and obviously it changes, right?
Oh, sure.
I'm not comparing myself to any of these people, but I could show you an early George O'Keeffe and a middle George O'Keeffe and a late George O'Keeffe. Totally different. Mm-hmm. So of course you change. But just by working every day, you hope you're changing.
Yeah. And then again, there aren't many people who have the guts to change.
But you don't do it consciously.
No. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I think about it. I mean, hopefully I'm writing differently than I was 5 years ago.
You're writing much more insightfully, and you're praying you're a better interviewer.
Yeah.
And you're praying you can understand, this one's snowing me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, honey, now let's get the truth here. I mean, you hope these things are evolving.
Arsenio, who replaced you, what do you think of him?
Well, I asked him to, I volunteered him to replace me in the sense I made him my guest host on Fox. I think there was such a void. They needed somebody young and quote-unquote hip.
You don't think Letterman fills that?
Yeah, I think Letterman fills it brilliantly. Mm-hmm. Brilliantly. I think the only thing wrong with Letterman is he's too brilliant sometimes. I like to think I'm the only one that thinks he's funny.
So you're, now that you've seen Arsenio do this, and his ratings are not as good as yours were, is that correct?
No.
It's not correct, or they were?
It is correct.
Oh, it is correct, okay.
Oh, no, his ratings were half of my ratings.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising, though. I mean, he's had a long time to build an audience base. What do you think of him as an interviewer and a host?
I don't know. I never watched late night. Please excuse me.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
When I get home at night, I watch CNN or TNT, or I throw in a tape.
Mm-hmm. The thing about him, the thing I like about you is I think you provoke people. You provoke a reaction. I mean, they may hate you or they may like you, but they react. And Arsenio to me is like milquetoast.
Well, then he's becoming what all the others are.
Yeah.
That was nobody. They're always so frightened to take stands. Everybody. Mm-hmm. They're always so frightened because they're always being told the people have to love you. The people have to love you. I think they like you because of what you are. Yeah,
but hell, if they look at what you've gone through, just career-wise, they got to say, it's just better to not step on any toes.
Yeah, but it's also nice to know when your head hits the pillow that at least you've been somewhat honest in your life. I'm saying totally.
Okay. Two other things. One is, this is the first time you've been here since '82, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So what's changed?
I don't know if you spend much time here, but it's pretty amazing. I mean, I've only been here 2.5 years, so
Where'd you come from?
I'm originally from New York, but I was last in Illinois.
So you miss New York?
No, not really.
I didn't either, but I was away.
Yeah. Well, when I come back, I like to. There are things there that I like to do. I mean, I like to go to the museums, and I like to go to plays, and there are restaurants I like to eat at, but I can't stand being there anymore. I can't stand crowds. You have to enjoy that kind of life. And
but to be in New York, which is what I always wanted since I was a child,
mm-hmm.
and to have your work in New York, and successful work, which the show has turned out to be, that's just such a cookie.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, I have no doubt about that. I mean, if I could be a very successful reporter for the New York Times, I think I'd probably feel differently.
Yeah, it was great to come back and take the shot here.
Yeah. And the last thing I wanted to ask you is, if you could do it again and you could eliminate the rough parts of your life and keep all the good parts, would you do that?
Oh, of course. Of course. If I could eliminate but keep the good parts?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But if I could only have the good parts by having to go through the rough parts,
mm-hmm.
then I would say no, I'll go through the rough parts.
Okay. I wondered about that because I did an interview with Carol Channing a week or two ago, and she told me that she got more out of her real Broadway failure than she ever got out of any of her successes.
Nonsense.
And that's
nonsense. I'd rather be in Hello, Dolly than the other one, whatever it was.
Well, it was called The Vamp, but she said that she learned more as an actress from that than she did from being in Hello, Dolly.
You learn, but you're through pain. Of course you learn, and you learn to enjoy your success more.
Mm-hmm. And, okay, just one other thing, and that is...
That's
is
fine.
there anything...
I'm in no rush.
Oh, okay. Do you want to tell people anything about your show, or...
It's funny. It's a good hour. You get your money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy performing. I hope you enjoy watching.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds fine. That's really all I needed.
Are you married or single?
I'm married.
Good. And where's your wife from?
She's from Connecticut.
So how does she like moving all over the world with you?
Since she has a good job here, she likes it. But I think she has not liked moving so much.
Yeah, because that's a killer.
Yeah, I think we've moved 5 times in the last 7 years or so, and so she's not enjoyed that at all.
Yeah, but you can't blame her.
No, I don't blame her. But you got to move if you're going to get a good job.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to keep moving.
That's it. I mean, that's the name of the game. Until you write your first book, and then you can live anywhere.
Yeah, I think that one's a little ways away.
Yeah.
But...
The first book is the first screenplay. Then you can say, "Well, and he lives in Barbados."
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah. Was it hard for you to write the books?
Everything's hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing comes easily.
And
I look at my friends that knock something out, and I go, well, that's them. Can't everything. I slave over everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just wondering how you do it. I really have no idea how you do it.
I swear to God, God gave me a lot of extra energy here.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. I mean, I guess that's what it must be. Cause...
I just say, what do you mean you're tired? Come on, let's climb the mountain. A friend of mine reminded me, we were all over Europe with my husband one year. But I mean, really tourist time, right? Through Versailles and through Fontainebleau. I mean, everything in one day. And we got back to the hotel in Paris. He said, and you walk the stairs up to the suite.
Mm-hmm.
I started laughing, so I forgot that.
Well, it's good to have a lot of energy.
Good to have a lot of energy.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to seeing your show.
I look forward to seeing you there. Come back and say hello if you're there.
I will.
Okay?
I will. Absolutely.
I'll be the one stuffed into the dress because I'm fat. Okay.
Will Elizabeth Taylor be making jokes about you?
Elizabeth Taylor's so happy.
Yeah.
She saw what I look like now in the dress. That's what's making it get better in the hospital. I'll send her a picture.
Yeah. Is the weight gain a result of being happy, or is it being successful?
It's the weight gain, working 18 hours a day on the television show.
Uh-huh.
And, pizzas come in, and fans send you food.
Oh, yeah?
Today somebody just sent me wonderful cookies.
Uh-huh.
And you go, I won't eat these. And they sit on the desk, well, maybe just 10.
Geez, you're in New York. Aren't you afraid to eat what a fan sent?
No, because we let the secretary eat it.
Oh.
We don't like her. Hey, Ellen. Have a cookie, dear. And then we watch, and if she keeps on typing the same pace for an hour, we try it.
Okay. Well, I will definitely come back and say hi.
Please come back and say hello.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you again for hanging around the story.
That's quite all right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Tapes Archive podcast. Please remember you can always find more information about the show and the individual episodes at our website, thetapesarchive.com. Until next time, the vault is closed.